Hello everyone. Welcome to this tutorial video of Field.ai. In this video, we will cover the introduction part for Field.ai, especially for field service management. Then we will see the use case where we can use the field service management from Field.ai, and then we will see the complete use case explanations for the field service management. Let's begin. Field service management in Field.ai is designed to optimize the services that being provided by any service industry. In this field service management, mostly the technicians or resources are going to customer site and performing the tasks and some services. Then they might have to charge that AR invoice to the customer also. In this also, we can raise the invoices directly to customers from the mobile application. All the task execution is done from the mobile application. We can track the resources. We can monitor the locations through GPS of the resources who is using the mobile application at backend also. The scheduling and dispatching is also made very easier in this field management solution. This is very useful for the service industries in repair business, who are providing the services to different manufacturing industries like AMC or service industries, or also for the inspectors who are doing the continuous inspections at the sites, whether they are filling some checklists, they are recording some videos, taking some photos, all that can be done within this field service management module under the Field.ai. In this video, we will see what use case we are going to cover in field service management. We are taking the example of a repair industry that is repairing the machines, coffee machines. The customer can raise a request by various methods into a Field.ai. Customer can call on a hotline number and can raise a request by providing few details, and then AI can assist him. While doing this activity, also customer can raise a request through a web portal that we specially provided for each customer. They can raise the request by conventional calling method. They can call to the customer representative of that organization who is providing the services. In this, you can see customer David is facing a problem of low flow related to coffee machine model number this. Raise a complaint about the machine to a service company named Express. The company name is Express who is providing the services, and then ask for a quotation first. In this first step, you can see the customer is asking for a quotation to the repairing of his coffee machine. That part we will see in further videos how we are going to do that. Then, the customer rep of Express sent a technician named John for inspection and rectification of the problem. The technician needs to install the new filter on the machine. The technician will visit to the customer site at his cafe where this machine is located at. Then John will do inspection, his initial assessment, and provide some rectification to the cause. Technician needs to install the new filter on this because he knows the customer explained them there is an issue related to a flow. So, high chances are there as per past experience, they have to replace a filter. That's why technician will carry a filter along with him while he is visiting to that site. On reaching the location, the technician knows that he needs to add a new spare part also at the same task. The first was the filter that he has to install. Secondly, he is on site, and he is seeing that he has to install different spare parts, like 4mm screw, that he has to install also. That can be done from the mobile application directly. After completion of task, the technician got to note that he has to add another task for the request, so that another technician could perform that task. Now what he did is he had added another task to the same request that being raised by the customer. But that task he is not able to perform. Maybe he is not skilled enough to complete that task, so he might need a visit of different technician. Once he raises the task to the same request, now the dispatcher who is scheduling the activities can dispatch another technician for this activity. Or the technician can also pick this task directly from the mobile application that we will see in next videos. And then he reshared the quotation with the customer. Once he added the task, the customer might ask for the new quotation, because earlier quotation was provided for the one task for the rectification and inspection task along with the filter. But now the new task being added, so the customer demands a new quotation. That can also be shared directly from the mobile application in Field.ai. Another technician, Mark, has reached the location the other day, and they completed the task. Mark will be reaching the location with all the details that being required. After the technician confirms the request, when the OTP is generated, an invoice is generated. Once this request being completed, Once this task being completed by the second technician mark, then he can demand an OTP, one-time password, that being sent to the customer via email when the technician started the travel. That OTP has to be provided by the customer to the technician in order to complete this request. Once this OTP is provided, now the technician can generate the invoice directly from the mobile application. All these scenarios we will cover in the next few videos. We will see how we can perform different activities in the mobile application as well. Let us understand the process flow now, what the use case I have presented. Now we'll see how the process looks like for this. This is a bit tiny. Let me open this link in order to enlarge. Now we will see the complete process flow. First, customer David is facing a problem, and then he is requesting a repair request. He is raising a repair request over a call. In this case, we have chosen to raise a request via call. Then field service admin or a customer rep will be creating a quotation for the work. He is adding the task also. After creating a quotation, that quotation being sent to the customer, customer will confirm on the quotation whether this pricing is okay for him. If not okay, then always he can ask for revision in the quotation. Then quotation can be revised by the field service admin. After the quotation being approved, the admin or a customer can assign and schedule the technician for the job. Once the technician being assigned for the job here, the technician will check what are the spare parts that being required for him in order to complete this request. Once he sees that all the spare parts are available with him, he can start the travel immediately from the mobile application. Else he can request for the required spare parts from his supervisor or a field service admin as well. Once admin provides all the required spare parts, technician can start travel. He can raise requisition for it also, or he can transfer the spare parts from another warehouse to this technician's warehouse. After receiving the warehouse spare parts only, the technician will start the travel. Once technician starts the travel, at this point the customer also gets notified via email. Customer will receive the one-time password in order to confirm this service request or a field service request. Once technician finishes the travel, he will reach at a location and he will analyze the situation. Technician checks this particular job whether he can perform the task with his available spare parts in the request or not, or this task he can perform or not. If he requires additional spare parts, he can add directly from the mobile application. If he doesn't require any additional spare parts, he can directly start the task from the mobile application itself. Both ways technician can do analyze it and he can start the task. Once the task being started, he can install the spare parts, whatever the spare parts with him. He can install it directly from the mobile application. In this way, all the inventory will be controlled at back end. This task doesn't need to perform manually by admin on the ERP itself. So once the spare parts is marked as installed in the mobile application, the automatic inventory will be deducted from the respective warehouse. Once task schedule is completed, this is the one schedule that being completed. There is a very interesting thing that we can do in field.ai. We can define multiple schedules to one task, so where the technician can visit multiple times against one task. It's not always the case that one task could complete in one visit only. Sometimes the resources, the technicians, or the engineers might have to visit the customer site multiple times in order to complete one task. On the mobile application, technician can mark the task that is completely done, or not, or schedule is done. If this not done, then the task will go back to field service admin. He can analyze this, he can schedule this task to different resources from here also. Else the backend admin can mark this task as completed one, and he can also mark this field service status completed. Also, technician can do this activity from the mobile application as well. Once he will mark the field service request to completed, then he can ask for the OTP from the customer. After asking the OTP, then he can raise or generate an invoice. After raising an invoice or generating an invoice also, and after entering the OTP provided by the customer, this request will be marked as completed. It's a whole process cycle for the field service request in field.ai. Thank you for attending this session.